Okay, so now we're going to discuss another way to set up your feet to shoot. And these are pretty elaborate ways, so hopefully I can show you in detail so you can learn how to do them properly. The first one is going to be a reverse pivot. And so, Enrique, if you can move up to the white and white line in front of me, please. White and white line in front of me, face me, please. So put the ball down to the side. And make sure it's out of the way because you're going to be stepping around there. All right, so the basket is behind him, and he's running away from his defender, but he's coming towards the pass. Okay. He's going to step with his right foot to meet the pass. Do that now, please. And then he's going to catch the ball. We are now going to do what's called the reverse pivot, where he's going to swing his left foot back and hopefully land in shooting position. Go. Excellent. That swinging of the back foot does a few things. Number one, it hopefully creates a little bit of space between him and his defender where he can catch and shoot. It also allows him to be able to have a little bit of space to evaluate what else is going on the court. The other thing it does is, if he senses that the player is too close, this enables him to be able to attack the basket really fast. The leg, I mean, in the end, if he's swinging his leg back and he gets tripped, it's also a foul as well. But that's not, very rare do I see that happen. So pass yourself the ball. Tatiana, take turns with Enrique. Let's go very slow motion first. I want to discuss the hand placement and the way the ball moves. When he reverse pivots it, so step with your right foot. Just that. Okay. He can either, when he's reverse pivoting, just bring the ball across his stomach into his shot. There you go. So it just basically lies on his hip and his stomach. Or if he plays against a really good aggressive defender and he knows that, he might do a swing or a circle rip. So let's try that right now, where he catches the ball. That's basically clearing the hands of an aggressive defender out of the way. So I want you guys to practice both. Okay? So let's do that with the right foot. Take turns, about 3 each. Go. Good. Excellent. Good. Excellent. Now let's do one with no rip, just right away into your hip, right away. Excellent. Now, stop. Go back, and let's see you practice again. This is why knowing how to pass yourself the ball is very important. Pass it. Remember that white line as your point. Let's sprint into it. Let's see how fast you can do it. You can do both. Take turns. Good. So Tatiana, you're running in really good, but then when you catch it, you're kind of going a little bit slower. Try to power through that. Try to set up your shot as fast as possible. Don't fear making mistakes. Go. Good. Excellent. All right, so now let's go back here. Let's go left foot pivot. One at a time. Okay, do that again right there. Go back, do it again. Go very, very slow motion. I want people to see at home. So left foot plants, swings back the right foot. Now, because they've done this for a long time, if you notice, when they do their footwork to set up for their shot, they've practiced reverse pivoting and turn pivoting and step pivoting and all those things to where they set their feet up ready for shot. A lot of players will reverse pivot or do any of the other pivots that we've discussed in the video before, but what happens is their feet, do one where your feet are not set up properly. Exactly. Now, say the shot clock is 3, 2, 1 second, you have to get that shot off. Then maybe there will be a slight turn. But even then, if you practice this long enough for muscle memory to kick in and become part of who you are, you're going to notice that your feet and basically your whole shot form will set up really quickly and properly. But this takes time and dedication, of course. All right, so let's take turns with left foot pivot. Couple close, couple far away. Spend about a minute. Go. Good. Imagine that when you catch the ball, somebody's right there to rip the ball out of your hands. So I saw this drill that Coach Sherwin was doing from Acceleration Performance, and we do ourselves, where they hold the ball against the wall in an imaginary chair position, and somebody keeps pounding the ball out of their hands. Because that's what happens in a game. People will keep trying to swipe the ball out of your hands or rip the ball out of your hands. So when you do get the basketball, it's precious. You must be prepared to defend it by having strong wrists, strong fingers, strong biceps, strong triceps, strong shoulders, strong core, because people will unfortunately take advantage of that. I think was that right foot or left foot? Yeah, try that one again. And do it in front of me, please. Yeah, let's go left foot again. No, it looks like you're stepping with your right foot. I want a big, long stride with your left foot. Do it one more time. In front. When you catch the ball, your left foot is way ahead. See what I'm saying? It looks like it's your right foot. A little better. Good. Yeah, because you never know when you're going to catch it. You never know how you're going to catch it. So if you have the skill and the knowledge to be able to adjust no matter how or when the ball is coming, you're going to be fine. All right, so that is the reverse pivot. Now we're going to talk about the rip. And for this one, I want to show you in quite detail how to do this. So Enrique, in front of me, please. Right around there. Good. You're going to pass yourself the ball, and you're going to have your feet already set. So right and left foot, you can go either way. So, and then get into shot fake and hold it, please. Go. All right. Because either one is his pivot foot, and the natural step is to step across, Enrique, you can step across right to go left. Good. Or you can step across left to go right. Because when you caught it, both feet were already established, there is no travel. Again, though, if the referee perceives a travel, it's a travel when the referee calls it. But it's not a travel if your feet are already set up. You can pretty much decide which one to go to. Okay? So, but I want to talk about what happens if the player gets challenged by the defender closing out on their pivot foot side. So let's have it where the right foot step towards and then shot fake. All right. So his right foot is his pivot foot. Tatiana, come here quickly. Over here. You can have the ball, doesn't matter. Step in front. Turn to face him, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay. So his right foot is his pivot foot. Challenge him and close out to his right side, please. You don't have to go that close to him. Go. Stop. The natural tendency for the most players, because it's the natural step, is to step across with the right foot, but that's a travel because that's his pivot foot. So the game of basketball, FIBA rules or any kind of, it's set up, Enrique, please. It's not set up for you not to be able to drive left on a right foot pivot. it would be unfair for you not to be allowed to do that. But there has to be a technique to do it where it doesn't get called on a travel. Unfortunately, most players, everyone, they do not practice this as much as they should. And because they don't, it looks awkward. And because it looks awkward, a lot of referees will call travel because it looks awkward. So, thank you, Tatiana. So now what I want to do is teach how to rip away and attack away from your pivot foot. So right foot step towards, shot fake, good. What I want him to do is I want him to create a big letter C from his head, below his knees. Do that, please. Excellent. What that does is if he has an aggressive player covering him, he's going to clear the arms out of the way. The same time he does that, he's going to lunge step at about a 45-degree, and he's going to imagine himself stepping around the defender. The defender should be right in front, but he's going to be stepping around. At the same time he does that, he hides the basketball behind his left knee. Now here's the thing. I would like him to practice this enough where when he lunge steps, he dribbles. Do that, please. Hold the lunge. Letter C, dribble, and then move. Tatiana, go in front of me, please. Okay. So I've had discussions with referees about this, and here's the thing. Set up, right foot. Shot fake first, good. But now if you notice what Tatiana is doing there is she's ripping across her stomach. She can do that if she wants, but I think that she should do that if there's not an aggressive defender with their arms in front, where her midsection is. The defender could be in front of her, but if the arms aren't there, then she can come across her stomach. But if the arms are there in front of her, that's when she needs to do a little bit better on the letter C. So I think every player should practice both. So set up for your shot fake. You don't have to step. You're already there. Set up for your shot fake. Butt down, elbow. Good, excellent. Practice coming across your stomach. Right, there you go. Excellent. And now practice with the letter C below your knees. Below, there you go. I think you need to practice both. Okay? Then you but let's go here. I've talked to referees where lift your right foot off the ground, and while it's off the ground, lift it off the ground. Higher. No, don't step. I don't want you to step yet. Lift it off the ground, and then dribble. I've seen referees, and I've been told by referees, some of them, that this is a travel. And I always tell my players, again, it's just a thing I always say, it's travel when the referee calls a travel. So get the idea and get the habit of dribbling right away from this move before you move that pivot foot, at least to your best of your ability. All right, Enrique, Tatiana, I want you to spend about a minute taking turns on each. One at a time, just right foot, rip away, but do it slow motion, please. Excellent. Keep going while I'm talking. Now, we're doing this off a shot fake because that's the part of this video that we're doing, is how to do our shooting into our, receiving a pass into our form, and then this is an option from that when you do your shot and you do your footwork and you set up for your form, there you notice that the defender's too tight, and they're closing out on your pivot foot, this is a resource you have. You can also, excellent. Stop. Now let's do our left foot. Now with our left foot pivot, Tatiana, it becomes a little bit different because let's have your left foot step towards, shot fake, good. She is a right-hand shot, but her left foot is her pivot foot, and the defender, Enrique, come across, come. Enrique is going to close out on her left side. Stop. So if she takes a step with her left, take a step with her left. cross, cross, across. That's a travel. So go back. So we're going to be doing a rip away. But she has the ball on a right-hand shot. So all she's going to do is just bring the ball across her face. Cross her face. Good. And then either do the stomach rip or this letter C rip. Diagonal, dribble first, hide the ball behind the knee. Excellent. All right, Enrique, so let's do that slow motion. Left foot, follow my instructions. Left foot pivot, shot fake, ball to other shoulder, letter C or stomach rip, lunge, dribble, and attack. Because you don't really do this naturally, this is going to, keep going, both of you, nice and slow while I'm talking. Because you don't necessarily do this at all, when you're first learning, it feels extremely awkward. It feels like you don't have any power or speed coming from this, but like anything else, the more you practice it, the better you become at it. Excellent. All right, so Tatiana, let's have Enrico for it first. Enrique. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on this rip that we just practiced, but we're going to be doing it without a shot fake. So Enrique, you're going to pass yourself the ball. You're going to, instead of step towards, you're going to hop into your rip. And let's put the ball down. Let's see how this looks really slow, if you can. He's going to jump into his pass. So in the air, he's going to jump. Good, so that's what he's going to do. But he's also going to lunge and rip and dribble while he's doing that. So let's go back. So you're going to jump, catch, rip, lunge, all in one motion. There you go. So let's see you have it with the ball. So this is exactly what we were doing just now, but we're doing it without a shot fake. So ready? Excellent. Tatiana? One right, one left. Okay, so I don't want you catching it and then doing the rip. Do the rip while you're catching it. So try that again, Tatiana. So you know how to do the rip. You've practiced this. I just want you to do it while you're catching the ball. Go. There you go. But don't forget the rip. Excellent. Keep going. So I recommend that if this gets called a travel on you, that instead of arguing in the game, because that does no good, spend some time maybe at halftime or after the game and just say, hey, referee, I want you to know this is what I was trying to do. What do you think? And I've done it where I've spoken to referees, and afterwards they've talked to their supervisors and whatnot, and then from then on, they don't call that a travel anymore because it makes sense to them. Or they'll try to correct me, and maybe then I talk to somebody and I see. But this is after years of trying to deal with this issue on travel. What frustrates me more than anything else is when a player catches the ball and travels, but unfortunately, the referee does not have time to explain why it was a travel. And to be honest, a lot of coaches don't understand why it's a travel. And again, whenever a referee calls a travel to any one of my players, I'll say, it's a travel. No, at the same time, Tatiana, not after. Rip at the same time. I do not want you having the ball with 2 feet in your hand. No. The second you touch the ball, you're already into your lunge. Yeah, better. It's something you have to practice, right? It's just, Enrique does it really well because he's done it so many times. There you go. Now let's do the same thing, but let's do a little bit higher of a hop so we can generate a little bit more power. Excellent. A little bit more of a jump. See, you jumped, then you caught it, and then you went. I want it all at one time. Excellent. All right, so everyone, that's the reverse pivot and that's the rip away pivot. Thank you.